Hello everybody, Voodoo here, and in today's video we are going over some builds for you to play once you hit level 80 as a Havoc Demon Hunter. Whether you're already there if you had the early access this weekend, or you're leveling up today on the official release of the War Within. These are some builds for using in the open world or in some early dungeons, and we'll go over a little bit of rotation for each one as well. Now I do want to emphasize, these are not going to be builds that you're going to play in real content once Season 1 starts. This is just for the 2 weeks beforehand, or if you're in lower dungeons. Same with the rotation, things probably will end up changing. I'll give you a bit of a primer on all like the openers and stuff like that, but for full rotations and guides and stuff like that, there will be a guide video coming out the Friday before Season 1 officially starts. That is when I'm planning to have it out. We'll see on what ends up being the best and things like that, but this is going to be just builds for open world, heroic, and normal dungeons, and a little bit of a primer on how to play them, okay? So with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on to the video. All right, everybody, so here we are with the first build. Now, I will offer 3 builds today, 2 for Fel Scarred, 1 for Aldrachi, and the reason for that is going to be our tier set. I don't know why this is open, but our tier set. So, for anyone who's been playing over the weekend, I guess I'm not sure if this is happening or not for full release, but currently our tier set still works from Season 4. This is the Blade Dance throws out glaives, and each glaive reduces hunt tier set. It is incredibly powerful. It is by far like an insanely broken tier set. It is well worth the item level drop to use it. We probably will be using it up until we get new tier if it's not disabled. Now the thing with this is that sims don't work. If you try and sim, everything is broken for basically every single spec right now. Now again, I'm recording this on the Sunday, so if by the Monday it comes around and everything's fixed, this might have changed. But currently tier sets are forced disabled in sims, and basically everything else is broken. So sims don't work. But for the time being, if you have your tier set, don't break it. It's so powerful, especially with Aldrachi. Even with Fel Scarred, it's pretty good, but it's just not worth breaking for eye level gains until you hit a champion level, so normal eye level tier from the new season. Now I expect this to be like disabled at some point, but if it's not, there you go. But if it's not disabled, we're gonna have a build with tier for Fel Scarred, and that is this one. So this is your open world Fel Scarred tier build, and the reason I'm calling it that is because there's Soul Scar, Furious Throws, and Accelerated Blade. If you do not have the tier set, you're going to use something a little bit different. You're going to use this one, where you drop 3 glaive talents, and you're going to pick up Critical Chaos, Looks Can Kill, and Inner Demon instead. So I will obviously link everything in the description, but those are the options. And you have a few flex points, of course, in these builds, just to pick around with what you want. Flex points, Furious Gaze is a flex point for this top of the tree here. I generally just default to this. And then this one here, Glaive Tempest and Essence Break, are your flex points for the bottom of the tree. Now I would just keep these 2, as like not a ton of other stuff here is going to end up being better, but you could swap it over to some kind of Cycle of Hatred build if you wanted to. The reason we're not playing Ragefire right now is because things just die way too fast in normal and heroic dungeons for Ragefire to ever be worth it. Once we get to mythic dungeons, once we get to like M+ and mythic raid and stuff like that, Ragefire will get value again. But for the time being, it's just not worth it because things die way too quickly, way too quickly. For the no tier build, you're a little bit more constrained on what your flex points are. You kind of need Inner Demon to get down to Chaotic Disposition and any means necessary. You could drop that for something like Relentless Onslaught, although I don't think this is particularly good in single target and stuff like that. Not really worth it. Glaive Tempest and Essence Break are just very strong buttons, and I would recommend keeping them for the time being. In terms of this one here, I would say Improved Soul Rending is probably a bit better for open world leveling, just because the leech is good. Movement speed obviously is busted. And then here, Flamebound, not really that valuable if you're not using Ragefire. And it's also just a very low percentage, right? So Student of Suffering is going to just be best for you. 21% mastery is a lot right now. This is my character. I have 34% mastery, which is like not very high. So that almost doubles my mastery by using it. And mastery right now is my 2nd most plentiful stat. Stats are just kind of a mess when we're at this kind of low eye level, but it is what it is. So those are the Fel Scarred builds. For Aldrachi, I'm only going to give you 1 build because you're going to play the tier stuff no matter what, the glaive stuff no matter what. Now, if you don't have tier, there is going to be 1 button you change, which is Furious Throws, 4 Looks Can Kill. That's basically it. Other than that, you're still going to play Soul Scar, you're still going to play Accelerated Blade because it buffs up Reaver's Glaive. Now the tier set again is very powerful with this because A, your Blade Dance will throw the glaive for you. Right now there's a bug where Reaver's Glaive has a 1.5-second GCD on it. That is not intended, but is bugged. Nothing we can do about it. Fel Scarred also has a bunch of bugs. This has a bunch of other bugs. Warblade's Hunger doesn't work with Annihilation. Burning Blades, if we stop over here, doesn't work with Annihilation. There's just a ton of bugs. Is what it is. Just got to move past it. But again, for this build here, on this side, you've swapped out Collective Anguish and Darkness for Soul Sigils and Sigil of Spite, just to get more sigils for more glaives. And again, you're playing a pretty similar build here. You have flex points here with Glaive Tempest and Essence Break to move where you want. Again, I would just keep these. If you want something a little simpler, you can maybe change out Glaive Tempest for Inner Demon or Essence Break for Inner Demon. But again, I would just keep this. Not a ton of actual changes for the builds themselves, just kind of end up using similar stuff, just depending on if you want to play Fel Scarred or if you have tier. So with that, we're going to do a bit of a primer. Fel Scarred no tier and Fel Scarred tier play the exact same way, so I'm not going to do a difference between the two of them. We'll do one for the tier set, and we'll do an Aldrachi one as well. All right, hello everybody, we're back with rotation. So what I've done is I've moved my thing that's already down here, showing what buttons I've pushed. I've made it larger so you guys can see what buttons I'm using. They come down from the top. So for instance, Fel Rush is right there. If I Fel Rush again, it'll show up at the top here. I'm not going to do the thing I normally do in guides where I throw up like an image or something like that. That's going to be saved for a more formal guide, of course. But, you know, obviously Fel Scarred, pretty simple stuff. It's going to play pretty similarly to how Havoc kind of always played. It's not very different rotationally. We're going to have tier set on for this. For the Aldrachi one, I might take it off, but for now we won't. So same thing as normal. You're at this pack, right? You want to start off with an Immolation Aura and a Sigil of Flame, and then you're going to hunt in Fel Rush, Glaive Tempest, do this, backflip, I-beam, Fel Rush again, Annihilation, Essence Break, Death Sweep, Meta, Death Sweep, Annihilation, Immolation Aura, Fel Rush, Sigil of Flame, I-beam, and then another Annihilation. And here you're just kind of using all your buttons again. Rotation gets down to be very simple, just using your Immolation Aura for inertia, using inertia to buff up Death Sweeps and Glaive Tempests. You don't have Rage Fire, so you can be out of packs a little bit. And that's kind of it. At this point, basically every single thing you've ever hit will have fully died. And that's kind of just it, right? There's not a ton of rotation here. We have, you know, Glaive Tempest coming up here. Try and save an Immolation Aura for your I-beams. I'll show you guys one more Essence Break kind of combo, and then we'll go over to Reaver's Glaive, which is also like really easy. So here we are. We have Sigil of Flame down already, Immolation Aura, backflip, I-beam, Fel Rush in, Essence Break, Death Sweep, and then Annihilation and Annihilation. And you'll do pretty big Demon Surge damage that way. All right, so for Aldrachi, I am going to take off my tier here just so you guys can see it, just because it really does make some weird things happen. But thing here, again, Reaver's Glaive is currently bugged to have a much longer GCD than it's supposed to, but you know, neither here nor there. So general opener here is going to be Sigil of Flame into Immolation Aura into the Hunt, followed by Reaver's Glaive and a Fel Blade, Fel Rush through, I-beam, Essence Break, Annihilation, Death Sweep, backflip, meta, Death Sweep, another Fel Rush into a Glaive Tempest, Sigil Evolution, whatever, I-beam, and then another Death Sweep. Now, a haste is uber low here, and for me, you just kind of go into a general priority. If you're in AoE, you kind of always want to empower your Death Sweeps after, as long as you're in 3+ targets. Otherwise, you want to just kind of spend it as often as you have it up. And again, the GCD is so omega long, it feels terrible, but nothing really you can do about it. And yeah, that's really just it. Saving an Immolation Aura charge for your Essence Break combo. Spend the other ones so you don't cap. Use all your sigils on CD to get more souls. And otherwise, you're just kind of gaming. Got one here. We'll use it. I don't have backflip. Whatever. We'll do I-beam into Fel Rush, Essence Break, Annihilation, Death Sweep, and then we'll just use a Glaive Tempest. And there you go. All right, everybody, that is a little quick and dirty rotational guide. Really, by the time you're done with the openers, everything you're fighting will be dead. There's just nothing that'll really survive that. If you're max level and you want to get some stuff, some gear, check out the video I posted Saturday. Has bronze, no, not bronze Magni bronze beard on it. I'll link that in the description, I guess. And yeah, super excited for the season to start. Before then, you just got 2 weeks here. Do your heroic dungeons, level your alts, have some fun in the game, and then the season will start. So Havoc guide probably looking like it's going to come out on the 6th of February. I'm going to shoot for that. It might be on the 9th, somewhere in that range. In that guide, you'll have embellishments, rotation, talents, everything that you normally come to like. We will also be having Survival Hunter guide, and I'll probably do a Fury Warrior guide too. Those are the alts I have at max level right now. But yeah, so that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. A little breakdown. Those are some builds to play. Obviously, play what you want. There's no really single target build in here because there's not really a single target thing to do in the game, but is what it is. So there you go. Have fun in the game, play what you want for right now. These are kind of what I recommend for open world, but if you want to just mess around and have fun, this is a great time to do it. So like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. A big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you Sky Elk, Andrew Keenel, 100,001 Zans, Brad Wisniak, Felfa Darren Dark Terror, and Magic Man 133. Thank you all so much. If you want to help support me and help fund the channels and the videos, follow the link in the description to become a channel member and get some cool perks in the process. Again, thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.